To try not to think about something. Channel one's efforts into something. To attempt to do one thing rather than a wider range of things. To concentrate on something. Foresight. The ability to see what is likely to happen in the future, and to take appropriate action. Diplomacy. The skill of being careful to say or do things that will not offend people. Persuasion. The ability to make someone believe that something is true. Team spirit. The feeling of pride and loyalty that exists among the members of a team, and makes them want their team to do well or be the best. Set a goal. To decide on what one hopes to achieve. Pursue a goal. To make efforts to achieve something, often over a long period of time. Gut instinct. A feeling based on emotion rather than reason. Push beyond one's limits. To try to do something new or difficult, something that requires effort. Interpret. To decide on what the meaning or significance of something is. Javelin. A long spear used in sports competitions. Claw one's way. To move somewhere with great difficulty, trying desperately to find things to hold on to. Be in contention for something. To have a chance of winning something. Potential. Likely, possible. Hurdle. An obstacle, difficulty. Diabetic. Someone who suffers from diabetes. Low. Weak or depressed. Spur. Something that encourages someone to do things. Prevent somebody from doing something. To make it impossible for someone to do something. Obstacle. Anything that makes it difficult for someone to do something. Insurmountable. That cannot be dealt with successfully. Plug away at something. To keep trying very hard to do something even though it is difficult. Inch. To move on very slowly or carefully. Mark off. To put a line through an item on a list to show that it has been completed or dealt with. Will. One's wish, desire. Mature. To become an adult. Dip. Here, a drop, reduction. Put something into perspective. To judge the importance of something by considering it in relation to everything else. Keep it something. To continue to do something although it is difficult. En route. On the way. Get sidetracked. To forget what one intended to do or say and instead start doing or saying a different thing. Tackle. To deal with something in a very determined or efficient way. Tension. The feeling that is produced in a situation when people are anxious. Ride on. To depend on. Assertive. Able to state one's needs and opinions clearly, so that people take notice. Proactive. Intended to cause changes rather than just reacting to change. Boost. To improve, increase. Fraction. A tiny amount or proportion of something. Workload. The amount of work that has to be done. Concentrate on something. To give all one's attention to something. Distraction. Something that turns someone's attention away from what they want to concentrate on. Detrimental. Having a harmful or a damaging effect on something. Self-belief. Confidence in one's own abilities or judgment. focus on something. To concentrate on something. Imagery. Descriptions and the pictures they create in one's mind. Visualization. Formation of a mental picture of something. Transfer. To take from one place to another. Run through. To read or think of a list of items quickly. Permutation. One of the ways in which a number of things can be ordered or arranged. Nerve-wracking. Making someone feel very tense and worried. Underestimate. Not to realize how large or great something is. Misjudge. To form an incorrect idea or opinion about someone or something. Barrier. An obstacle that prevents someone from doing something. Self-assurance. Self-confidence. Overcome. To successfully deal with a problem. Lose sight of something. No longer to pay attention to something. Surpass. To do something or be better at something than someone else. Effectively. In a way that produces the intended result. Housewarming. A party you give for your friends when you have just moved to a new house. Retirement. The time when a worker leaves his job and stops working completely. Anniversary. A date which is remembered or celebrated because a special event happened on that date in a previous year. Forthcoming. Happening soon. Sincere. Really meaning what one says. Gratitude. Having warm feelings towards someone, wishing to thank someone. Board. Management. A group of people who control a company or organization. Vice President. The person who has the second position of importance in an organization. Objective. A goal, an aim, something that someone is trying to achieve. Resolution. A decision to try very hard to do something. National anthem. A nation's official song which is played or sung on public occasions. Strive for something. To make great effort to do or get something. Salute. To show or state admiration for someone in a formal way. Victory. A success in a struggle, war, or competition. Breakthrough. An important development or achievement. Enroll. To officially join an institution or a course, and pay a fee for it. Acquire. To obtain something or learn something through daily life. Profitable. Able to make money. Ethics. The principles of right and wrong that guide an individual in making decisions. Influential. Having a lot of power to affect what happens. Acquaintance. Someone you have met and know slightly but not well. Prosperity. Doing well financially. Social background. Someone's status or rank in society. Financial. Relating to or involving money. Backing. Support or money received from someone. Well-rounded education. An education that is fully developed in all aspects. Competitive spirit. Eagerness to be more successful than other people. Delegate. To give part of your work, responsibilities, or power to someone else. Compromise. To reach an agreement after both parties have given up something that they originally wanted. resilience, the ability to be strong and not easily affected, persistence, continuing to do something even though it is difficult or other people are against it, charisma, ability to attract, influence, and inspire people by one's personal qualities, ruthlessness, being very harsh or cruel, seize, to take hold of something, take advantage of something, drop out of, to leave without finishing something that was started, Buddhism, Buddhism, broad, wide, unkempt, messy, untidy, not neat, choreographed, arranged but intended to appear natural, resign, to formally announce that one is leaving a post or position, computer animated, having special effects created on a computer, be saddled with something, to be put in a position where one has to deal with a problem, be on the verge of something, to be close to a situation that is likely to happen, urge, to try hard to persuade someone to do something, processing, a series of actions carried out in a computer in order to deal with information, precise, exact and accurate, grip, to take hold of something, to draw one's attention, opponent, a person playing or fighting against another, freelance, not employed permanently by an organization but paid for each piece of work, tough, strong and determined, able to tolerate difficult situations, on the off chance, just in case, on second thoughts, after careful thinking, on a whim, impulsively, on a budget, with a limited amount of money to spend, on principle, because of a particular belief, on one's own, by oneself, without anyone's help, on target, making progress, likely to achieve the result that is wanted, on duty, working, on purpose, intentionally, on condition that, only if, impulsively, without thinking, vacancy, a job or position which has not been filled, be carried away, to behave in a silly, hasty, or overenthusiastic way, carry off, to succeed in doing something difficult, carry on, to continue, carry out, to do something or put something into practice, carry over, to allow something to continue to exist in a new situation, carry through, to succeed in putting an idea into practice, wear away, to become thin and eventually disappear because of long use, wear down, to weaken someone or their position by being more persistent than they are, wear off, to disappear slowly until no effect is felt, wear on, to seem to pass very slowly, wear out, to use something a lot so that it becomes damaged and cannot be used any longer, wear through, to develop a hole where the material has become weak and thin, resistance, unwillingness to accept a new idea or a change, upcoming, happening in the near future, trophy, a prize given to the winner of a competition or race, bobsledding. A race in a vehicle for 2 or more people, sliding downhill on snow and ice. Have the world at one's feet. To be offered all the opportunities in one's life. Be in seventh heaven. To be extremely happy. Be a feather in one's cap. To be an achievement that one is proud of. Have one's head in the clouds. To be out of touch with reality. To have impractical ideas. Keep on top of things. To be organized in one's work, making sure everything is under control. Keep up with the Joneses. To try to have or do the same things as other people, even if one does not have enough money or is not really interested. Rub someone up the wrong way. To offend or annoy someone. Steal the show. To get a lot of attention or praise because one performs better than anyone else. Work one's way up to the top. To move to the top slowly. Work one's fingers to the bone. To work extremely hard. Labor. To work hard using the hands. Bankrupt. Not having enough money to pay one's debts. Bearer. Someone who brings a message. Fire. To dismiss someone from a job. Sibling. Brother or sister. Pensioner. Someone who receives a regular sum of money from the state because they have retired. Internet search engine. A tool used to look for information on the internet. Alert. Paying full attention to things and able to deal with anything that might happen. Browse. To search for information, to look through. Vast. Huge, extremely large. Infer. To deduce, decide that something is true. Outbreak. A sudden start of something unpleasant. Joviality. Being happy, cheerful, and friendly. Beam. To have a big smile on the face because one is happy, pleased, or proud about something. Grin. To smile broadly. Smirk. To smile in an unpleasant way, often because one believes one has gained an advantage over someone or knows something that the others don't know. Budget. A financial plan showing the expenses and income. Perk up. To become cheerful and lively after feeling tired, bored, or depressed. Collective. Shared by every member of a group. Skepticism. Great doubt about whether something is true or useful. Antidepressant. A drug for people who are suffering from depression. Incivility. Rudeness. Apathy. Lack of interest or enthusiasm about doing anything. Gloom. Feeling of sadness and lack of hope. Stark. Harsh, unpleasant. Wretched. Pitiful, miserable. Lot. A group of people or a set of things. Blast. To explode. Here, to move. Life expectancy. The number of years that a person is likely to live. Mortality rate. Death rate, the number of people who die. Imply. To suggest, hint, say something in an indirect way. Stingy. Unwilling to spend money, mean. Alleviate. To make an unpleasant condition or feeling less intense or severe. Privilege. a special right or advantage enjoyed by a person or group. Early to bed, early to rise, makes people healthy, wealthy, and wise. Proverb. Ingrate. Somebody who is ungrateful. Goody. Anything that is attractive and that people want to have. Capture. To express something successfully. Wake up to something. To realize that something is important. Capitalism. An economic system based on private ownership of capital. Likewise. Similarly. Residence. Home, house. Shrink. To become smaller in size. Hut. A small house made of wood, mud, grass, or stones. Affluent. Having a lot of money, prosperous, wealthy. Beam. To send somewhere by means of electronic equipment. Understandably. In a natural, comprehensible way. Jumpstart. A sudden change or start that is expected to ensure efficient functioning. Diamond-studded. Decorated with little diamonds. Cool. Used about a sum of money to stress how large it is. Count. A point that is considered unavoidable, that cannot be prevented. Unacceptable. Having a quality that people strongly disapprove of or object to. Prosaic. Dull, uninteresting. Contributor. Here, one of the causes of an event or situation. Dejected. Miserable, unhappy. Glum. Sad and quiet because of disappointment or unhappiness. Famine. A situation in which large numbers of people have little or no food and many of them die. Here, shortage. Interpersonal relations. Relations between people. Encircling. Surrounding or enclosing. Here, including. Inclusive. Here, including all kinds of people. Solid. Carefully developed and strong. Lawn. An area of grass that is kept short. Call in sick. To phone one's supervisor, informing that one cannot come to work because of an illness. Compliment someone on something. To make a polite remark to show that one approves of someone's appearance or work. Compensate someone for something. To pay someone for something they have lost. Motivator. Someone or something that makes one behave in a particular way. Accomplish. To succeed in doing something. Distract. To take someone's attention away from something. And vice versa. The reverse of what one has said is true. A far cry from. Very different from. Downright. Completely, absolutely. Stomach churning. Making someone physically sick. Octogenarian. Someone who is between 80 and 89 years old. Milestone. An important event in the history or development of something. The world is someone's oyster. Someone can go anywhere or do anything. Well-heeled. Wealthy. Extravagant. Spending too much money or using more of something than is reasonable. Dearly. Very much. Outrageously. in an unacceptable or very shocking way. Explicitly, in an open and clear way without attempting to hide anything. Attain. To gain, achieve something after a lot of effort. Pacify. To succeed in calming someone down. Absorb. To interest someone a great deal and take up all their attention and energy. Loom. To appear in a frightening way. Sharpen. Here, to improve a skill. To keep one's fingers crossed. To wish someone good luck, to hope for good luck. Premises. The building and land owned by a business or an institution. Induction. A procedure for introducing someone to a new job. Admin. Administrative matters, the process of organizing an institution. Be the new one on the block. To be a newcomer in a place or job. Take issue with. To disagree with and start arguing about something. Voice one's concern about. To express a worry about something. Underfunded. Not having enough money to spend and therefore unable to function properly. Congested. Extremely crowded and blocked with traffic or people. Insufficient. Inadequate, not enough in amount or degree for a particular purpose. Widespread. Extensive, existing over a large area or to a great extent. Damp patch. A slightly wet place on the wall or ceiling, different in color. Consistent. Including elements that do not conflict with each other. Incentive. Something that encourages someone to do things. Reiteration. Repetition. Capacity. The official position or function. Qualify. To have all the necessary skills to do a particular job. In anticipation. Beforehand, in advance. Live off. To get money from something or someone and use it in order to live. Contribute. To offer money or resources to help achieve a particular purpose. Taxpayer. Someone who pays part of their income to the government. Overworked. Very tired or ill because of too much work.